Hello, everybody. So basically, this video is going to be dead boring visually because this is me just showcasing how Marvel takes forever to load. As you've probably seen before you clicked on this video is about, 15 and a half minutes long, and that's just this load screen getting nowhere. Now, I assure you, this is not edited in any way at all. This was lunch break. I'm just sitting there waiting, and this is what it gets. 42% just sits there. This is actually about 3 minutes in as well. I started recording, so there's more of this wait time that isn't showcased. 3 minutes in, I decided to start recording because I was like, you know what? I've complained about these load times before. Let's see how long this takes. So, anyhow, that's why I chose to do this. And this was one of the things I complained about in my other video where I said that Marvel Strike Force isn't better than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And then what's the not top, there's not very many on it, but the first comment is somebody's like, this video is basically a joke. Like, alright bro, it's a joke? That's just my opinion, okay? So that's your opinion, that my opinion's a joke, but you don't have to go putting that on my video. I can have an opinion just like you can. And no, my video is not a joke. Marvel Strike Force is not better than Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. First off, as I've said in the other video, one, these load times are ridiculous. Two, the constant pop-up ads are annoying, which this video will showcase some towards the end. I mean, the 15 minutes of this video's overall length isn't all this load screen. The load screen's probably 14 and a half minutes, and then I play a minute just to show how many stupid ads I get in that brief time. I think there's 4 that popped up, and then after I was finished recording, there was 2 more, I think, so 6 pop-ups. Just annoying. At least Star Wars doesn't do that. And then, as I've said before as well, how it takes forever to work on characters. I mean, I've been working on Yondu since the beginning of this year. He's around 100 and something shards into being 7-star, and that's, you need 300 total. And I didn't just start working on him in January either. He was probably already 4 stars, and I decided I'd work on getting him to 7 stars. So it's taken me 7 months to so far only boost him 2 stars, because I'm working on 3 stars. Again, not better than Star Wars. It's ridiculous. If this was Star Wars, Yondu would have been 7 stars like by March. You know, and then the last thing is oh yeah, the difficulty curve, like the challenges. Yeah, okay, so someone said, oh, your team kind of sucks for someone who's been playing this long. First off, as I've said multiple times, I don't play super hardcore. The only game I play hardcore is Star Wars. This game, I'm kind of passive. I do enough just to do the dailies, and then I call it a day. I don't get the bonus energy. I don't really care about the raids too much. I do them, but whatever. I don't, if I get into one battle only, I do one battle. It's just enough to get the prizes. So yeah, maybe my team's not as sexy as it could be, but I'm not hardcore in this. But regardless, my overall roster is decent enough, and it's like these challenges are so hard that after what am I on? Most of them I'm at tier 10, and I can't do 11 or 12. I have some of them I can't even do tier 10, and there's one of them I'm on tier 8 because today is Sunday, and you get to do all your challenges. So I tried to do tier 9, couldn't do it. Like, that's ridiculous. At least in Star Wars, it's not how it goes. It scales accordingly to your level. As you get stronger in Star Wars, the challenges get easier. Marvel, I'm basically maxed out as best as I can be, and I still can't do these challenges. Like, oh yeah, sounds better than Star Wars. But what I'm saying must be a joke, right? No. Basically, anybody that does fall into that ideology that Marvel's better, either A, actually does think that, because maybe they're a Marvel fan, maybe they started playing Marvel before Star Wars, or maybe they just do actually prefer it. But B, I feel like a lot of you are just dick riders, basically. That's what all the big people are saying right now out there, Arnold and OMG / Mobile Gamer and and Cubs fan Han and who's the other one? I think there's one other guy I watch. So they're all campaigning to go to this. So you're all, oh yeah, Star Wars sucks. Yeah, you're right. I do like Marvel. Duh. And if anybody has a differing opinion, then all of a sudden they don't know what they're talking about. When in reality, what it is, those people anyways that are campaigning to go to Marvel are because they're upset with CG. And they're upset with how CG's kind of doing some crappy things, mostly just worrying about making money instead of making the game a little better for free-to-play people. So, okay, I understand that part of it. And these people on YouTube are, like, this is basically their job. You know, they make the videos, they make money, they get sponsored, they yada yada this and that. So they're basically just threatening Star Wars, like, well, if you're not going to do anything that helps my videos go, then I'm just going to go elsewhere. But it's just, it's like a protest, if you will, just a little threat. You know, but everyone else is hops, oh yeah, definitely, yeah, Star Wars sucks. Like, alright, don't look at the game as it is, no. Yeah, like this so far, I don't even know how long this video is so far, but yeah, this load screen, this is great. I really like this. Now, at the end of the day, yeah, I could just close it down and restart it, which I eventually do because this was just getting annoying and ridiculous. But you know what? At the same time, I shouldn't have to shut a game down and restart it for it to work. That would be like if you fired up your PlayStation and the game wouldn't load and you had to go back to the main screen, close the game down, and then refire it up. That would be annoying. People would complain like nobody's business to Sony, and then either A, Sony would have to put out a patch, B, they'd have to make a new system that would possibly even be free with a trade-in if you had one of the older, crappier versions, or, you know, something would happen. People wouldn't stand for that, so I shouldn't have to stand for it in a mobile game either, that this stupid thing can't load. So anyways, yeah, that's the other thing too, like, everyone's trying to say that this game's so much better than Star Wars, but it's like, at the end of the day, no, it's not. Marvel Strike Force is just another one of those character collectors, RPG strategy, whatever the heck kind of category this is considered. It's just another one of them. It's not any better. They each have their own things. Marvel Strike Force, Raid Shadow Legends, Star Wars, DC Legends, Dragon Champions. They're all the same idea. They just have their own variants to make themselves unique. But at the end of the day, it's the same game. You can't say one's better than another. It's kind of like the Madden games, how every year somehow they get good scores and act like it's so great, but I'm like, it's Madden. It's an updated roster. Everything else is the same. How is this game any better than last year's? And then something everybody's always hot on too is, oh, Marvel has all these modes. Like, they really don't have anything that much better than Star Wars. I don't know what you're talking about. I know one thing that people are hot on is Blitz, but at the end of the day, Blitz ain't that great. First off, what I've always thought of Blitz was basically Blitz was for Marvel as Galactic War was for Star Wars. Blitz, Strike Force doesn't have like a game mode like Galactic War, and I felt like that's what Blitz was being, basically. And Blitz also has to use its own energy. So once you run out of energy, you're not blitzing anymore. And that energy, the further along that you get in the day, at least, the more expensive the battles start becoming. It's like the first one's free, then it's 25, 25, 25, 25 for a few, I don't know, like 4 or 5 of them are 25, then it goes to 50 for a couple, then you're at 100. So then you're just burning through that energy if you keep going, and then when you're out of energy, what are you going to do then? Blitz ain't that great then, you're all done already, you know? So, and then I guess there's another mode too that you can do, like selective PvP, but I haven't tried to look into that. Maybe that's cool, I don't know. I know Star Wars doesn't have anything like that, really not, or at least not anything yet. They have finally done their State of the Galaxy, and they have put some updates in the background. There's nothing updated yet, but they said what they've done in the background will help them down the line to introduce new features and such. So, who knows? Maybe they'll have that too, and then what? You still gonna say Marvel's better? The only thing really that I can say is much better about Marvel than Star Wars is the graphics. The graphics on Marvel are, you know, the character models look pretty good, and the backdrops are pretty solid, and the animations aren't bad. As far as Star Wars goes, like, a lot of the characters look like crap, or as they say on the, you know, the YouTubers say, potatoes. Like, one thing that Galaxy of Heroes or CG was so pumped about was when they're coming out with Galactic Legends Rey. They're like, oh, we put so much work into Rey, and they were like bragging about how good she was supposed to look. And even in the days of the beta previews, I was like, she looks like crap. And I was like, well, we'll see when she gets released. And she got released and still looks like crap. She looks nothing like Rey. The only thing signifying that it's Rey is the clothing. You can just go, yeah, that's what Rey dresses like. But otherwise, she looks like crap. But even this loading screen right here, I mean, it looks pretty decent, you know, not bad. That's the only advantage I'd say Marvel has over over Star Wars. Everything else is either on par, identical, or, you know, close enough in either direction. Star Wars is either a tiny better or Marvel's a tiny better. It's nothing to, you know, oh yeah, so Marvel's so much better. No, it's not. Let's be real. Use your head. That's what it's there for. Maybe not your head, your brain, though. It's just annoying. Anyhow, it should be coming up soon. There is a point as well when I said I shut this down to try to force this crap to end so I can actually play. So when I shut it down, I let my home screen show, and that's on purpose. I didn't edit that out on purpose because I wanted to showcase what my connection was and how strong it was. So my connection is LTE, and yeah, okay, it's only two bars, but you know what? 2 bars is always plenty enough. Half the time, 1 bar is plenty enough. As long as I'm getting LTE, my games usually work pretty good. DC will work. Star Wars will work. Jeez, even Raid Shadow Legends will work. And I have that on like the ultra level of graphics and blah blah blah, and that works just fine. So my point being that this shouldn't take 15 minutes to load when everything else works like that. If you even hear that, I'm trying to make some snaps. But yeah, so that's there on purpose. Anyway, I'm starting to run out of things to say. I don't even know how I'm supposed to fill up this 15 minutes. I've rehearsed this like 75 times, and I always feel like it's going on for like 25 minutes, and I have to practice trimming it down. But now that I'm actually doing it, I'm only up to like, what, 7 minutes? I don't have anything else to say. The only other thing I can say is I know I've said multiple times I'm going to quit this game, and I still haven't really yet, but it's only because when I was going to quit it, I had a plan. I think I mentioned this in the last one. I was going to get the phone upgrade and then let this game die on my old phone. But then when that time finally came, because it took longer for me to get my phone upgrade than I was initially anticipating, I ended up being super close to my, 630 days to get the Hulk bonus shard things. So then I was like, okay, I'll just go to get that. But then I got them, and then there were some other things I was close to, and I was just like, man, I feel like this is a waste of all this time if I just quit now and not get this. So that's kind of still the logic. I still do want to I want to quit this game because for real, everyone's saying it's so great, but this game causes me so much rage regularly. I mean, seriously, I haven't played a game that makes me as mad as this game does. So I do want to quit it because I just feel like, man, this is causing hypertension for nothing. This is a waste of my time. It's a free game. There's no loss in deleting it, you know? But there is a loss in the sense of time. There's a lot of time I've already put into this game. There's things upcoming that I've worked towards, if you will. So I don't really want to let that just go to waste. So I do still just log in sometimes just to get the dailies. I don't even do the challenges or anything. I just get the, was there a raid? Okay, give me the prize, give me this, that. Okay, see ya. But that's the only reason why I was even trying to log in. But then I see this crap going on and on and on and on and on forever, and I'm like, this just motivates me more to quit because, this is ridiculous. Anyways, it's finally here. So it looks like I was wrong, actually. I had 3 bars for a brief minute, and then yeah, there it is. 2 bars, and then it goes to 3 bars. So never mind, it was even better than I thought. And I just zoomed that section on purpose. I'm not really trying to hide my home screen. I wanted that to be the focus. Like, I had 3 bars and LTE. Like, it was solid. And yet, I'm still dealing with this crap. Now, as you see as well, here it is restarting. It'll work this time, but I just wanted to showcase this as well because it still takes forever. It just took 14 minutes or whatever it was to get to 42% and do nothing, and now I still gotta wait. Waiting. I mean, how long's it been so far? I don't really know, but I mean, you can see it on your bar down there. Here we go, stuck at 94, 95, 96. Come on. There we go. Wow. Oh yeah, this was a glitch too that I find annoying all the time. So notice, we see war defeat, and you're gonna see that again in a minute. Don't worry. Here's ad number 1. Let me collect this crap. Now, take a look in here. Blah, blah. Yep, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Okay, see ya. Oh, yeah, let me see this again. Same thing. This is the same exact war. It's not like there's 2 wars or anything. It's the same exact war. But yeah, let me see that again. I already collected the prize. And there's ad number 2. And go in here, get this crap. I think ad number 3 comes right after this. Where is it? Here it is. Ad number 3, and then ad number 4 will be showing up shortly. Right there, ad number 4. And then there's 2 more after I don't record anymore. Because I was fooling around to see if they would show up, and they didn't, but then they did afterwards. So, it's just annoying. But, you know, Marvel's better than Star Wars, right? I'm a joke. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.